What's up, Nathan? What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Heavy Hitter Breaks. My name is Sean. It is Saturday night, October the 16th. And we, of course, have our Saturday night main event 6-box mixer featuring one 2021 Bowman Sterling, one 2021 Topps Chrome Hobby, two 2021 Topps Gold Label, and two 2021 Optic Baseball. Thanks, as always, for the fill. We had no trades or sales that I did a double check. I see no trades or anything, so nice big white screen for you. Babe Ruth bonus tonight will be $25 brick credit. Speaking of the Babe Ruth bonus, let's do one. I was at a show all day today. There's another show in New Jersey, like a 45-minute drive north, and I tried to do it, but I was on a waiting list, so I didn't get the call, and I told the guy, the guy said he could probably get me in, he would know Friday or Saturday, and I'm like, listen, if I want to do the show, but I'm going to be in New Jersey Saturday. I'm not going to drive home and then drive back, I said. So I'd want to, plan ahead, get a hotel room, and, know I'm going to be there all weekend. So he said, I told him, if you could let me know by Thursday afternoon, I would do it, but he couldn't. So ended up not being able to do a show tomorrow, so I drove back home today. Literally got home at 7:30-ish, unpacked a couple things, and came to set up. What's up, Jim? What's up, Jen? But next weekend, there's the New Jersey Trading Card Expo. I'm going to be in New Jersey all weekend. I already booked a hotel, so it's a 100-plus table show, all day Saturday, all day Sunday. So I have spots booked for both days. So the plan is, I'm taking all the equipment. I picked a hotel that offers high-speed internet. So I'm going to attempt to stream from the hotel next Saturday night. If things don't go well, as far as I'll run a test and everything. If things don't go well, we may have to break Sunday when I come home. But the plan is to try to break on location at the hotel. And may have a special guest breaker joining me next Saturday. So I'm really hoping the Wi-Fi at the hotel is strong enough, because it won't just be me. It will be a surprise guest. Maybe the surprise guest pitched in the major leagues. Maybe he was an Astro at one time. So that's going to be cool, super cool. Not going to make that 100% announced. I'm going to tease it a little. But if anybody that knows your Astro history, this guy was traded for Brad Lidge in 2008. In 2008, he was a Philadelphia Philly in 2008 and was traded as part of the Brad Lidge trade that sent Lidge to Philadelphia. So can't wait. Going to be super cool for the channel to break with the former pro. So, yeah. Awesome stuff. And he, of course, went from the best team that year. Philly did win the World Series, so he missed out on a ring because of the trade. But what are you going to do? But anyways, let's get back to the Babe Ruth bonus. D-backs up top. Nationals down the bottom. 3 times third spot. Good luck. That's 1. That's 2. That's lucky number 3. 3 times third spot. The Marlins from Miami. Welcome to Miami. Mark N. Mark, if you're watching, alright, my scan's complete. Who cares? Mark, again, if you're watching, let me know. We'll give you all the time you need. You're new to the channel, so maybe you're not familiar with it, but all I'm going to ask you to do is, let's see, you have the Marlins. I know you have two spots. You have the Marlins and the Angels. So what you're going to do is you're going to pick an auto that you think you might receive. If I open the autograph of the player you select, we're going to give you $25 break credit. Just let me know you're watching, and we can give you all the time you need. We can offer suggestions, help. Well, I'll be sitting in a hotel next weekend. Next weekend too. So hope all is well. The work thing. I mean, you got to do what you got to do. I'm absolutely blessed to call what I'm doing right now work. What I did all day was a hobby, and I'm not gonna lie, I've been crushing the New Jersey shows. People in New Jersey spend a lot more on cards than they do locally. Like, locally, I crush, like, dollar boxes, because that's what people can afford, you know. They'll go and find, 14 cards in a dollar box and offer you $10, and, you accept it. Where out in New Jersey, like, PSA 10 slabs are flying all over the place. So, a couple other local guys I know crush New Jersey. I crushed New Jersey today. So, I'm hoping for a big weekend. And today's show is only 40 tables. The Expo next week is already at 100 tables, and it maxes out at 140. But I guess there's a really big show somewhere in Virginia, and the guy that was telling me some of his big time vendors are going to be in Virginia, so it might not reach the 140 that it normally does. It might only be, but he's already at 100 tables booked, so. Dustin, none of them names are correct. I don't know if it matters. This guy ended up being the player to be named later. If you look up the trade and it says player to be named later, he was the player to be named later. Just a little FYI. So I don't even know what to do with the playoffs this year. I don't like 3 teams. There's 3 teams. I'm not going to use the H word. I'm going to use the dislike word. There's only 3 teams I dislike. And let's just say go Atlanta. I don't like the other 3 teams. So go Braves. And that's enough about that. Let's see. I don't see Mark. So if anybody sees Mark jump in, let's let him know he has the bonus. But let's go live. But again, if anybody will be up in the New Jersey area, I guess it could be the New York area, the Pennsylvania area. It's only an hour and a half from where I live in Pennsylvania, so if anybody's around, stop in. It's all weekend. Oh, 6 to 9. Well, I left my house at 5 o'clock this morning, got home at 7, and I'm quote-unquote working now, so I feel you. But I'm sure what I have been doing is a lot more fun than what you've been doing. But anyways, we got our Bowman Sterling, we got our 2 gold label, we got our 2 Optic. Excited to open Optic first time this year. And there's our Chrome. There you go, Jason. Go Braves. Let's do some Optic. So Optic, same as always, 20 cards per pack, 4 packs per box, 2 on-card autos. And this year's cases have 4 hot boxes, not 2. So there's 2 5 auto hot boxes and 2 20 color hot boxes. I did not get a full case, so these are just a couple random boxes I bought from my distributor. So hopefully we get a hot box. Oh, and I tinkered with my camera all week. I finally found an angle that I really like that doesn't obstruct my line of sight. So I can actually like read the cards. You know, reading the cards always helps. And I guess we should just tip this down a little bit now. Kind of get it in place. Let's make sure that's right before, yep, before I go and lock it in place. Bring on the stickers. So far, I'm pretty sure both packs I've opened, I think I've seen color. And if there's 20 color hot boxes, that would mean one color per one pack, I believe. Unless it's typical Optic, where sometimes the Optic has colorful, that's hard to say, colorful cards that not necessarily are parallels. I actually sold a Tatis Lime today. I sold a Tatis Lime rated rookie. That was really clean. The guy got a good price on it. If PSA was open, it would have been at PSA. It's like not worth paying $150 to grade, but I for sure would have sent it at the $25 level if PSA still allowed it. Tatis was a big seller today, believe it or not. There was a guy there looking for, he bought a lot of Tatis 9s. He bought like a first paper 9. He bought a flagship 9. He bought the Lime rated rookie. So Tatis was doing very well today. Man, that pack does not want to open. I do have one more box of Optic, so this we'll definitely be opening Optic. Optic, since I bought this, I noticed Optic is down like $20, $30 a box already. So if Optic drops to the $100 a box level, which is where it should be, we're going to be breaking a lot of Optics, because that's a great price point to bring Optic in. These boxes were $150 a box, which would be a little higher for Optic. But like I said, once the product's out a little bit, the product has been coming down. Yep, absolutely. Is it me, or like, why does it seem like this box is taking like literally forever to open 20 packs? Right, Optic at $100 a box is awesome. Which is right where it should be. Good luck, everyone. Start off with the nice Jared Kelenic. Mariners and Jerry. So, I don't know if you guys remember, a couple weeks ago I posted when we did the Bowman Sterling, there was the Kelenic SP rookie we pulled. Someone actually asked that same question in a group I'm in, if this is like a monster. So doing more research, and since Bowman's been out, the Kelenic Bowman variation with the blue jersey has never sold, and there's only one on eBay, and someone's asking $650. We may have opened a monster and not realized it. But again, it's only asking $650. But the fact that Sterling's been out a couple weeks, none have sold, there's only one listed on eBay. It could be like a monster, like SSP type card. But Hopefully it is. I believe Sean G had them that day. Ramirez, we got a blue Goldie. 13/75. Cardinals. Nathan. Gonna be a lot of sleeving and top loading. Gonna be a lot of good rookies and stuff we're gonna take care of. George Brett, Austin Meadows. We got a silver Cody Bellinger. And let's say it for one time, Mr. S, we got a cotton candy. Mike Yaz out of 249. San Francisco, Dustin. Hey, what's up, Ryan? Scherzer, we got Florial. Oh wow, we got a backwards Altuve. Oh, assuming just an image variation. Backwards Altuve. Thought we might have hit one, but let's put a soft sleeve on that. Cotton candy is dandy. Anybody that joined Mr. S in his breaks will understand the cotton candy reference. Ketel Marte. Hey, now. We got a Luis Rodriguez. There you go, Dodgers and Sal. Tim Anderson. Hey, how about a silver Yeliquis Cespedes? White Sox. Bobby B. Red, white, and blue Whit Merrifield. $1.99. So I think it's safe to assume this is a color hot box. In keeping with HHB tradition, we got a hot box. We got a hot box. Lights out Trevor Bauer, Xander Bogaerts. And we got a backwards Monte Harrison purple on-card auto. Number 1/75 going out to the Marlins and Mark N. Could have been a Babe Ruth bonus pick right here. Congrats, Mark. On card. Little streaky there like the pen was dying. Gio Ivato. There's a mythical Griffey. Vlad Jr. We got a silver rated rookie, Tristan Casas. Red Sox, Mr. S. Let's start the rainbow. Is that charcoal? Charcoal stars? Maybe black stars. Goldie. That one's out of 149. And I believe it was Nathan the first time, so I'm assuming it's going to be Nathan the second time. That would make the most sense. Unleashed, Chris Bryant. Baez. Daniel Johnson. Gio Ivato, mythical Trevor Story, Mike Yaz, Ryan Jeffers, silver rated rookie. Minnesota. Mr. S loves the Red Sox. Yeah, Mr. S. How about a little Dane Dunning? $2.49. Rangers, Dustin. Devers, Kevin Gaussman. We got Dalton Varsho. We got another Black Stars, Pete Alonso. $149 on this one. New York Mets, Dustin. The Diamond King was numbered. Ah, look at that. Good catch. Give that man a gold glove. The Wizard of Oz, Joey Gallo. 99. Joey Gallo, 97 and 99. Kind of like his swing and contact rate. Or swing and non-contact rate. 99 swings, 97 no contacts. Yeah, Jace, what are you doing giving me misinformation? Mackenzie Gore. I think 99 is the low number. Scooball. We got the rookie Sixto, silver. I don't like the design of this card. It makes it look so miscut. Like you got a border here and no border there. Makes it look miscut. Brian Reynolds. We got a Christian Posh, the rookies. Matt Chapman. Joey Gallo, silver. Aaron Nola. And this is either 149 or 299. Let's go 149. So basically going to use a whole pack of top loaders on this box. Unleashed, Pete Alonso. That goes there. Dansby Swanson. How about a Sixto Sanchez? We got the little toilet paper emoji. Not numbered, but it is a silver. Anthony Rizzo. Hey, Blue Jays, Austin Martin. Eric G. Liriano, we got a mythical Mookie Betts silver. And we got a nice blue, I think this is blue velocity maybe. Ha-Sung Kim, 99. That is 9 of 99. Man, did I miss another one? Am I really that bad at my job? I mean, I know I am that bad at my job. So I guess basically if the Diamond King's upside down, does that mean it's going to be numbered? Yep. Good call. But it's out of 149. The toilet paper. Cubbies. Nathan C. Johnson. Donaldson. Ryan Mountcastle. Baltimore. Charles. Come on, why can't I pick up a darn top loader? David Peterson. 249 Mets. So many top loaders. Baez, Brennan Lowe, Trevor Rogers, silver. Marlins getting all the silvers. From Trevor to Sixto. Verdugo, 149. That is 2 of 149. Ha-Seong Kim, Acuna. It's not Acuna. Dalton Jeffries. Hey, how about White Stars, Independence Day? Tatis. 57/76, Independence Day. There you go, Mr. S. Not a neon, but still a nice number Tatis. I never minded Verdugo till the incident when they threw the ball back, which is like tradition, and he, had a crying attack that they were throwing the ball at him, which they weren't throwing the ball at him. They were throwing the homer back, which is tradition in a lot more places than Yankee Stadium. Hunter Green, Jose Garcia, Silver Pedro, CC Pedro. We got a pink Alvarez, 249. I like that Taddy. Bregman, Eloy, Casey Mize. Whoops. Casey Mize was hiding a red, white, and blue Cronenworth. Almost missed that. There you go, Padres, Mr. S. 199. Couple more. Lindor, Rizzo, Brian Reynolds. That looks like a silver. Christian Yelich, red, white, and blue. 199 Brewers. Jim B. T- Big Hurt. Charlie Blackmon. Ooh, how about this one? How about a little retro Keith Hernandez? Nice vet. I was going to say he went off the sticker there, but no, that's just the H. Nice Keith Hernandez retro auto. Who was on the Mets? The Metropolitans and Dustin. There you go. Not a bad one right there. Luis Garcia and Kristen Robinson. Garcia's out of 149. Let's give the Reds some love. I haven't called the Cincinnati Reds, so let's give them a little love. Chris M. Alrighty, so let's move the rated rookies over there. Let's move some base. Let's see, let me put them there. And I'm actually going to move this stack over. Some people don't use this many top loaders in a break, never mind a box. But we do. So there. I do it because I can. So while I'm ripping this, this week is going to remain business as usual. We're going to do a sneak peek on Tuesday. Get the break posted Tuesday night at 6. And like I said, the plan is going to be to break on schedule next Saturday. If for some reason the Wi-Fi isn't going to allow a successful stream from the hotel, we will break when I come home Sunday. But to give you a little sneak peek of the sneak peek, Wednesday is 5-star day. I do have a full case coming. So I don't think I want to do a case of 5-star. There's only 2 cards per box. That'll be an expensive break, and a lot of people will like walk away with nothing. And if you know me, I don't like breaks like that. So what my thought is right now, and I have a day to figure, 2 days to figure this out. I think I want to do a half a case of 5-star and throw in either a box of Optics and a box of something else. But kind of where, you know, you're still going to get the 5-star half case fix, but you'll also have Optic and something else with some base in it, so everybody will at least have a chance to get cards. So that's the plan. Any big hits? No, nothing yet. The only autos, Keith Hernandez and Monte Harrison. We did have a color hot box, which was good. Down and to the left. I don't know what that is. Did I miss something? Down and to the left. You got me on that one, Mr. S. Okay. I was never, like, in this... I mean, look, Seinfeld's funny, don't get me wrong. I watched a couple seasons near the end of it. Like, I watched the last couple seasons, like, every, was it Thursday night they were on, whatever. And I've watched the stuff in replay. And it's great, it's funny, I laugh. But I guess I'm not a Seinfeld connoisseur like a lot of people. I do know, how could you pay a Rabu $10 million? Like, I know that line. I know the Soup Nazi. I know Commando. Or no, Commando was friends with Joey. I enjoyed Big Bang Theory. I watched Big Bang Theory when it was on religiously. I still religiously watch the rerun, so... But I was always friends over Seinfeld in... Usually when you debate stuff like that, if you say you like Friends over Seinfeld, it doesn't mean I hated Seinfeld. I preferred Friends over Seinfeld. It's like, you know, when you debate sports stars, like... I'm one of those that doesn't think Michael Jordan was the greatest basketball player of all time. That doesn't mean I think Michael Jordan was bad. I think Michael Jordan was a top 3 basketball player of all time. Do you know how good you have to be that makes me think that you were a top 3 basketball player of all time? Not thinking he was number 1 doesn't mean I think he stunk. So I definitely don't think Steinfeld stunk. I was a Friends guy. And maybe that had a lot to do with Jennifer Aniston, who's like, you know, Jennifer Aniston, like, come on. Sorry, Jason. I'm on the MJ's not the greatest. You know, he was great. He was, you know, top 3 all time. I don't think he was the greatest. Yep, you're right. They all end up getting the girl. And Penny, come on. Manny Machado, Tatis, Silver, Sal Perez. How about this guy's year? Goldie, Soto, Posh. And we got a little Bobby Bradley. Bobby Bradley, Silver. Cleveland, right? Yep, Team Cleveland. Indians. Jerry, there you go. Got you a hit. I have a 1. I have a 1 and a 1A, and then Jordan. and it kills me to say it, I think Magic Johnson was the best basketball player of all time. I think Larry Bird was 1B. And I'll take a minute just to explain myself. And you guys can agree with me, disagree with me. Everybody's argument of why MJ was the greatest of all time is MJ won 6 rings. MJ won 6 rings. Michael Jordan played in the expansion era. There was what? 2 and 4 teams joined the league. So that made every team in the league worse when MJ played. The reason Bird doesn't have 6 to 8 rings is because of Magic. The reason Magic doesn't have 6 to 8 rings is because of Bird. I think if you put any one of those 3 in their own era, every one of them would have 6 rings. The fact that Bird and Magic had to do it against each other, like, that Bulls team does not beat the Lakers or the Celtics teams of the late 80s. It just doesn't. Like, yeah, Jordan, better than whatever, Pippen's good, but when you go team, it's just, that's how I look at it. Like, if your only reason for MJ being the GOAT is he won 6 rings, okay, but he beat the Knicks. Like, the Knicks were the main rival. Patrick Ewing and John Starks. That's who he had to compete with. He had to compete with, the Suns. Barkley when he was older. The Celtics and Lakers, each of them team would have dominated the decade if it wasn't for the other team. But we're doing baseball. They could have, but if they did, it wasn't the Magic Johnson, James Worthy, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Byron Scott, Michael Cooper, Klay Thompson's dad coming off the bench. Like, it wasn't that team. Nathan always calling me out on my rambling. Matt Olson, Hunjin Ryu, Kidder Falefa, Trevor Story, Mythical Silver, CJ Abrams, Rated Rook, Rendon, Dahlback, Lewin Diaz, Casey Mize, Jonathan India. There you go, Reds. Nice India. So this is obviously not a color hotbox. And probably not an auto hotbox, unless we hit a couple autos real quick. It's not just jokes, and you hurt my feelings. Scherzer Silver. Barry Larkin, Devers, Sixto, Scherzer Silver, Mackenzie Gore, Kyle Lewis, Davey. We got a backwards Cabri. Oh, look at that! I was going to say we got a backwards Cabrian Hayes. Is it going to be an image variation? Pittsburgh Pirates, Chris M. There you go. How about a silver Cabrian Hayes on card? That's good stuff right there. I don't ever intentionally start arguments about it, but I definitely like to voice my opinion. Well, thank you, Jim. Let's see. To compare the players from different eras to determine the GOAT, you have to compare their greatness in comparison with their peers. By that logic, MJ is by far and away the GOAT. That is completely not true, Dustin, and I love when people use that argument. If you want to use your logic about greatness compared to their peers, there is no person ever in sports that was more dominant than Wilt Chamberlain. Wilt Chamberlain dominance was so far and above anybody else in basketball history, it isn't even close. Like, he's scoring 100 points and averaging 50 rebounds. So, by that logic, Wilt Chamberlain is the GOAT. Just my opinion. But, I hear what you're saying. If you want to, just comparing, if you compare eras, no one was more dominant than Wilt Chamberlain. Michael Jordan wasn't even as close to as dominant as Wilt Chamberlain was. But anyways, probably not a we did it. Awesome card. Congrats, Chris M. He did, and you're 100% right. But if you're going to use the argument of MJ was so much more better than the peers he played with, that makes him the GOAT. If that's your logic, Wilt Chamberlain fits that description better than MJ. And see, and having Wilt too, there's nothing wrong with having Wilt Chamberlain too. And that's, obviously not hate against Wilt Chamberlain. Wilt Chamberlain was awesome. Brady Singer, Verdugo Silver, Yachty Black Stars, 149. I'm even more anti-LeBron James than I'm anti-Michael Jordan. And you know what? I'm not anti-Michael Jordan. I'm anti-Michael Jordan being the GOAT. But like I said, I think he's a top 3. I'm anti-LeBron James. LeBron James has literally quit on his teammates in playoff games. Go look at some of the early Celtics matchup. He quit on Cleveland. Plain and simple. Kohi Arahara. Yerman Mercedes. Abreu. Oof. How about a silver Lou Rod? Dodgers and Sal. There's a nice one. How about a Torque? Whoops. There's some nice back-to-back cards. Tigers. Who's got the Tigers? Why can't I find the Tigers? Nathan, there you go. Aaron Judge, Joey Votto, Chris Bubik, Jeff Bagwell, T-, Bryce Harper, Corey Seager, Ronald Acuna, Joe Ram, Kyle Lewis, Clark Schmidt, Tanner Houck, Aaron Judge, Jack Flaherty, David Peterson, Chris Bryant, Unleashed Silver, Matthew Libator. So we got both our autos, and unless we got 3 autos in the back here, I think we're done. Dean Kramer, Vladito, Shane McClanahan blue. Awesome blue card right there. 75. Agreed. Iverson was a great scorer. 100%. No, I'm not going to go as far as LeBron not being top 20. I'm not that anti-LeBron. Nolan Ryan, Jordan, Jazz Chisholm, Ketel Marte, Bryce Harper, Freddie Freeman, Shane McClanahan, a silver Glaber, Jordan Marte, Shohei, Luis Castilla pink. If you're in a playoff series, if you're in the finals of a playoff series, and you let JJ Barea just take over the game on you, sorry LeBron, you can't be the GOAT. Luis Castilla, 249. Joey Gallo, Shane Bieber, Pavin Smith, Brent Roker, Mo, Wayne Kim, Nate Pearson, Devers. There's a Devers silver. Ronnie Mauricio. Oh, awesome, Sean. Awesome. Good stuff right there. Man, Dustin, you must have the coolest breaker ever. Right? How can you... Right, JJ Barea... if you... Listen, I love Dirk Nowitzki. I love Mark Cuban. So I've kind of become almost a closet fan of the Mavericks. Like, I'm a Celtics fan. Everybody knows it, but I kind of like the Mavericks. That Mavericks team that beat the Heat, like, come on. They had Dirk and J.J. Barea. And, super team, LeBron, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh. Lost to him. Sorry, LeBron. Can't be the GOAT. My rules. Let's do some Chrome Will Do Gold Label next. Dirk is very underrated. But Dirk on his own should never be, in theory, beat a big three. I would say he's up there, Mr. S. I think Big Tim Duncan might be the most underrated person in history for me. Like, he is so underappreciated. Like, what he did, like, I think Tim Duncan may be, for me, the most underrated player. But I agree, Dirk is... Like, I never actually thought about like who are the like a list, but I would say Dirk's top 10 with ease. More than likely top 5, but I still think I'd have to give that to Tim Duncan as far as my list. Not in Texas? Okay, and that's a valid point. Like, you're down there, so you get the pulse of Texas for sure. I guess on a national scale, he definitely doesn't get the love nationally. But, I mean, I guess it's like anything. Your local community, the region you live, obviously, you're going to get the pulse. Anybody know what that means? That's a thick card. Little case hit right there. Little case hit coming at someone. So let's slow roll that one. As soon as I picked it up, I was like, wow, this is thick. Top 3 underrated players in baseball. Listen, Don Mattingly should be in the Hall of Fame. He doesn't get enough consideration for being in the Hall of Fame. He's the most underrated player of all time. That's it. That's the list. No one else needs to apply. I can't agree with Worthy or Iverson on the list. Worthy and Iverson, they're Hall of Famers. They get plenty of love. Like, Magic, Worthy, and Kareem, a big three. Like, if you're considered like a big three on a dominant team, I don't think you can be quite underrated. Hey, Charles. Dale Murphy for sure. 2-time back-to-back MVP, and like no one knows that. The fact that the Braves were so bad during his era, for sure, Dale Murphy. Willie Mays? How can Willie... I mean, again, I never really thought about this, but... If you have a song, Willie, Mickey, and the Duke, can you be underrated if you have a song about you? About how great you were? Like, I think if you have a song about your greatness, you can't be underrated. Unless you're thinking Mays is the greatest of all time and he doesn't get love to be the greatest of all time. Maybe in that sense he's underrated as far as being a GOAT. But I don't think in the grand scheme of baseball he's underrated. I think everybody knows Willie Mays' greatness. Good luck, everyone. Man, I love these active chats, man. Even though I can't keep up with it all and concentrate on breaking and not rambling too much, I love this. Mantle underrated? Man. Coming from a group of card people, Mantle's not underrated. Mantle's what everybody wants. Like... Nothing yet on the We Did It stand yet, Charles. Nothing quite yet. Suarez, Merrifield, Wilcock, Hendrick, Duran, Ian Henderson, Rook, Brady Singer, Ryan Jeffers. So, I didn't even mention, I know I mentioned before about how I zeroed in my camera angle. You guys like the new camera angle where I'm not so up in your face and you can kind of see everything? I hope you like it because it took me a while to get everything zeroed in. 250, Twins, I believe that was Mr. S. De La Rosa, Bobby Witt. Garcia, Gary Crochet. We got a little atomic coming at you for the Giants. Out of 100, Gregory Santos. First Bowman Chrome, 27 of 100. Giants and Dustin. There you go. Wish it was a little bit better name and not a picture, but First Bowman Atomic Autos are cool. Hold on, guys. I have to grab... Yeah. I was going to say, I have to grab more top loaders. I didn't think I'd be going through all them packs yet. Just give me a second. And of course, I have them kind of buried. So bear with me. I grab some more top loaders. Two packs should get me through the rest of this break, and then I can unpack my case into my holders. Albies is underrated, but I don't think you can quite classify him yet as underrated. There's still like so much more time for him in his career, and once Acuna went down, I think he started getting a little more love for how good he is. McGriff was good. I'm anti a lot of first basemen from the Don Mattingly era. Like, so many first basemen started the All-Star game over Don Mattingly, Fred McGriff, Wally Joyner, just to name a few, and they weren't better than him. Somehow I have to always bring it back to Don Mattingly. Austin Wells, Emerson Hancock. Akil Badu, Rook. Mercedes Rook, Ed Howard, Grayson Rodriguez, Asa Lacy, Austin Meadows, Xander Bogaerts, purple, Tyler Soderstrom, 250, purple wave for the Oakland A's. Melissa, got you something? George Murasan was pretty good. Matt and Sarah saying they always believe Kirby Puckett underrated. 100% agree. I was always a Kirby fan. Definitely underrated, for sure. William Diaz first. Dodgers and Sal. First, Johnny Perone, Tampa Bay. Haven't called out the Rays yet. Jason T. Matt Chapman, Buster Posey, Wander. Shea Langoliers, Gabriel Rodriguez first. Yinkadare. You're just bringing up all the names. Mini box Number 2, we got Jordan Max, Blaze Jordan, Toglia, Brett Beatty, Chris Bryant. Hey now, how about a Refractor Tatis? Refractor Tatis, $4.99, Mr. S. And Jagger Haynes, Mr. S, first chrome auto. Got you one. $113, 139th overall, 2020 round 5. There you go. Got you one. Matthew Allen, J.J. Bleday, Luis Garcia, Luis Campusano, Garrett Mitchell, Yeliquis Cespedes, Cade Cavalli, Dalton Varsho, Rook, Ryan Mountcastle, Asa Lacy, Malvin Valdez, first chrome. Right, wrong couple of Padres that could have been. Helcris Olivares, Rockies got you a first chrome. Rockies and Charles. Andrew Vaughn, Rook, Alejandro Kirk, Rook, C.J. Abrams, Logan Gilbert, Gilberto Celestino for the Twins. So we got Nolan Gorman. And if you know what the thick ones are, this means case hit relic. Good luck, everyone. 51 of 150. Cornelius Randolph. I never even heard of Cornelius Randolph. But still cool. Arizona Fall League flashback. The Fightin' Phillies and Sal. There you go. Man, that is super thick. Let's see if a 97 works. Nope. So I guess I got to go up to the 240. There we go. Kerry Kittles, wow. Someone actually was trying to get me to buy Kerry Kittle cards today. And I'm like, listen, dude, I said, I know Kerry Kittles was cool, but ain't no one ever in all my show history has asked for a Kerry Kittles card. He's like, but it's a rookie refractor. I'm like, I know it's cool, but ain't no one ever going to want to buy it from me. If I bought stuff that was cool, I'd be broke. I got to buy what's hot and what people want. Gold label. There'll be some fighting words. So I'm sure there's one argument we can all agree on if we did top breaker of all time. I think we all know that answer. Nothing needs to be said. Coolest breaker of all time, I think we know who that is. Come on, Dustin. If Donnie Baseball's name isn't on the top of that list, I might have to put you on mute for 10 minutes. I mean, it's Donnie Baseball. Like, baseball's in his nickname. Dustin, 10 minutes in the corner, and I don't want to hear a peep from you. I want you to think about what you said. I want you to think about how you're going to fix it. It's not Acuna. Chipper, we got a black Clemente. There's someone that's probably overrated in the grand scheme of things. Mookie Betts, we got a Joey Bart Rook. Javi Baez, we got a blue Aaron Nola. 99 for the Phils. Yeah, but that's football. If I said overrated, I obviously meant underrated. We were talking. If I said Clemente overrated, I obviously meant underrated. If that was if I slipped of the tongue there. Alec Bohm. Alec Bohm. Is Jackie Robinson overrated? I don't know enough about Jackie Robinson to say either way. His mark on baseball is undeniable, like, for sure. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know enough about his career to know if he's overrated, underrated, if he's properly rated. Black Freddie Freeman. Black Tony Gwynn. Another very underrated player, in my opinion. Rafael Devers, Anthony Rizzo. So let's pull that one forward. Miggy, Freddie Freeman, Devers, Randy Johnson, Joey Gallo, Yachty, Mike Trout, Tony Gwynn, and a black Tony Gwynn. Kershaw, Jordan Votto, blue Aaron Judge, 150. The Tony Gwynn stats are just crazy. Like, going like a whole season with only like 13 swing and misses. Something crazy like that. Yanks and Eric. For sure. Randy, Dalton Varsho, Shane Bieber. Hey, there's a nice black Mike Trout. Hiding. Gee, I wonder what team he plays for. Spencer Howard. We got Spencer Howarded. We were hoping to get Alex bombed. But we got Spencer Howarded. I forget who was on the Phillies already. Sal. And that's a cool Angels and Mark N. That's a cool black Mike Trout. Yeah. Kevin Garnett. See, and this is where I think region, like, local bias. I've heard from a lot of people saying Kevin Garnett was underrated. When he came to the Celtics, though, I think he got as much love as he deserved. So, in my opinion, he's not underrated. I don't think he was overrated. I think he was properly rated. He gets a lot of credit for making that Celtics championship team, having the right frame of mind, keeping Rajon Rondo intact when we all know Rajon Rondo can be a complete mess of a teammate. under Kevin Garnett, Rondo was a great teammate. So I think in the grand scheme of things, he probably is underrated when from the Timberwolves days and probably nationally. As a Celtics fan and, you know, reading the Celtic stuff, I think he's definitely properly rated as far as Celtics lore goes. But you're probably absolutely right in the grand scheme of everything. He probably is underrated for people that didn't follow the Celtics as closely as I did. Jim Edmonds, I think Edmonds might be properly rated. I never heard anybody say Jim Edmonds, you know, Hall of Famer, so he's not overrated. Jim Edmonds, great ball player. Gotcha. I'm having a conversation. Matt and Sarah are messaging me through Messenger about KG. That's why I'm responding. Ben Grieve? Who's your favorite baseball player, Jen? Eric Hinsky? Oh, you guys are pulling up some great names. Just basically name every Dodger from the late 80s into the early 90s and you got the Rookie of the Year. Chipper Jones. I don't think Chipper's overrated. I think Chipper's probably properly rated. I think Chipper gets a lot of great love for how great he was as a switch hitter, how good he was for that Braves team. So I think Chipper probably is properly rated. But again, I don't have an extensive research onto like Chipper Jones. Roy Campanella. Exactly. All right. I think Chipper Jones is exactly you said it perfect. He's very, very much respected. So I don't think anybody's ever like, you know, Chipper Jones is the greatest Brave of all time. Chipper Jones was the best of his era. I think Chipper Jones is acknowledged as a very, very, very good, if not great, ball player of his era. So I think that's what he was. No, Chipper was cool, for sure. Christian Posh. There's a nice black Nick Madrigal. Now, Larry Jones might be overrated, but not Chipper. And I sure hope I know Larry Chipper's name is Larry. Am I correct with that? Lubab Yelich, KB. Scherzer black, Glaber black. Dare I say, overrated? Still one of my faves. Ramirez, Turner. There's someone who doesn't get the respect for how good he is. Hank Aaron, McGuire, Tristan McKenzie, Joe Ram, Lubab, Devers, Alec Boehm, Nate Pearson black, Abreu. Nice. Bob Feller was good. I think we're all biased, obviously, towards our favorites. I joke and kid about, Mattingly being the greatest, and in my mind, in my world, the world that revolves around Sean Carone, Don Mattingly is my god. Now, in the world that Sean Carone lives in, not his world, I'm fully aware Don Mattingly wasn't the greatest of all time. I also am fully aware Don Mattingly should be a Hall of Famer. So that's like two different arguments, but when I'm living in my world and everything revolves around me, Don Mattingly's the greatest. And you can't say he's not. Because you will be banished like Dustin to the depths of Hades. Jazz Chisholm, Tristan McKenzie, Randy Johnson. How about a red Max Scherzer? Out of 75. Nationals, Nathan. Jason, you are very much correct. Like, those that, like, lost years of MLB service for the ultimate service, you are so correct. I'm glad you actually mentioned that. Hello, Gio Adele. Hello from the other side. Cody Bell, Altuve, Kershaw, Black Willie Mays, Red Nolan Ryan. Hey, there's a nice one. How about a 1 of 25? 1 out of 25. Nolan Ryan. Going out to the Astros. I don't think we've called the Astros yet. Jason T. There you go. You'll have to like that one. Here's a guy that offers a lot of debate. A lot of people say he's overrated. Because of his losses, because of the amount of walks, all that stuff. I don't know. I'd have to do a little more research. Obviously, if you talk pure dominance with all his no-hitters and strikeouts, he was awesome. But when he wasn't striking people out and no-hitting people, he lost a lot. So that's a debate for overrated, underrated, properly rated. Jazz Chisholm, Cody Bell, Rosarena, So nice. We hit him twice. Monte Harrison going out to the Marlins, and they still belong to Mark N. Congrats. He had one of the greatest short uppercuts as well. And I don't think anybody ever would disagree Nolan Ryan didn't have one of the best arms. And I'm not saying I believe Nolan Ryan is overrated or underrated. I'm just saying he seems to be one of the people that some people have really strong feelings of both ways. You know, like some pitchers just didn't lose as much as him or walk as much as him, and you know, and again, I'm not saying either way. I'm just saying he's like the prime example of the debate of overrated, underrated. Yep, short uppercuts. Bowman Sterling, we got 5 autos and 5 mini boxes. Mr. S, I completely agree with you all on that, but the Nolan Ryan naysayers will tell you you can't put up all them stats without putting up all his L's, all his walks, all his other stuff. And as a person that's listened to sports talk literally his whole life, I don't listen to music in the car. I listen to sports talk. I've listened to sports talk, local sports talk radio, long before ESPN radio was ever a thing. And Nolan Ryan is one of them catalysts when you bring up overrated, underrated. He's a name that people have real strong opinions for both ways. Robin Ventura, I think, would agree that he's properly rated as being one bad mamma jamma. Right, Sarah? And also, that'd be the best dual card ever. Sarah just mentioned the best autograph ever be Nolan Ryan headlocking Ventura. But I think you need to go a step further and make it a dual autograph. of Ventura and Ryan. That's actually funny, Ryan. My car didn't come with XM radio. So, but I was driving my sister's vehicle for a while, or my nephew's, while mine was, whether I was getting a new one or getting it repaired. And they both do have XM radio. And I really liked it. And mine didn't come with it, but my nephew had bought an adapter kit for his vehicle, a Sirius XM adapter, but then the vehicle he ended up getting came with it. So he's like, why don't we put this in your car? So it needed some kind of adapter. So while I was at the show today, my nephew and my brother-in-law drove down with me because Woodbridge, New Jersey is only like 10 minutes from Staten Island. And my brother-in-law used to work in Queens. So he wanted to go visit someone. So they drove down with me this morning, dropped me off in Woodbridge. And they went and spent the day in New York. And my nephew ended up stopping at Walmart and picking up the adapter piece. So, not tomorrow because he's working and I got a lot of catching up to do. But probably by Monday I will have Sirius XM in my new vehicle. It's actually funny you mentioned that. Busted Open Radio. I started listening to it when I was driving them around. I listen to the podcast Busted Open Radio every day. So Fight Nation channel 196. It does wrestling and MMA. So yes, for sure. But I don't ever put music on. Like I'm always listening to talk, whether it's ESPN or I said I like Fight Nation on Sirius. Last time I went to Woodbridge, I drove by myself. So I listened to the Challenge Mania podcast the whole way down. It was 2 hours long. It's like, oh, this is a 2-hour trip. I'm going to put the Challenge Mania podcast on. Listen to the end. It got me to where I was going. Yep, so you're Busted Open. You know about Busted Open Radio. Alrighty, everyone. Good luck. Again, we got 5 autos coming. Tanner Houck, rookie. Nick Madrigal. Leody Tavares. And for the Nationals, we got Jackson Clough. Jackson Clough for the Nationals and Nathan. Followed by a Torque and an Ian Anderson. Alcantara, Lodolo, Alvarez. We got a... let's do it this way. We got a Mize rookie, Clark Schmidt rookie, and Angel Martinez for the Indians. Angel Martinez for the Indians and Jerry. Jerry, that's a number 2 for you. At least that I can think of. Nah, no DMX for this guy. You may hear me rolling up to a show with Dave LaGreca going on one of his Dave LaGreca rants. That's possible. We got a J-Dom, Luciano, Wander, and nice for the Yanks. Kelvin Alcantara. He did get traded, but that is still a nice one. Congrats, Yanks and Eric. Got you one. Got your team in a random, and it would have been disappointing not to get you something cool. But a nice Alcantara for the Yanks and Eric. Christian Posh, Austin Hendricks. So is it 2 forward? Yeah, 2 forward. We got Mercedes Rook, Kim Rook, Jeter Downs, Austin Martin, Mackenzie Gore, and There's a nice one. Cardinals, Jordan Walker. Nathan, right? Cardinals, I think I called your name. Nathan, there you go. Nice Jordan Walker. Definitely one of the St. Louis top prospects. So, we have not gotten any color out of this box yet. What is up with that? No color out of this box. That's disappointing. Hopefully there's something super cool in here. Maybe? Christian Javier, Taylor Trammell, Keibert Ruiz, Shea Langoliers. There we go. Nolan Jones out of 75. And for our last auto, it is numbered refractor out of 150. Bryce Jarvis for the Diamondbacks. Bobby B got you one at the very end. Bryce Jarvis refractor out of 150. I think these are refractors if they're 150. And out of 75, Nolan Jones. Yeah, I'm definitely going to get it. The adapter cost me darn $30 just for the adapter he needed to get it to come in. Alrighty, everyone. That was the break. Thanks so much for the fill. And thanks for being an active chat. Tonight was an awesome break. The chat was awesome. We pretty much chatted all break long. Makes the time go by fast. So, awesome job. Give yourselves a hand. Give yourselves a hand for an awesome break tonight. We got lots of goodies to go over. So, let's do a quick recap. Lots of goodies. So we got Nolan Jones, 75. Nolan Ryan, 1 of 25. Awesome card. Joe Adele, Max Scherzer, red, out of 75. Nate Pearson, black. Alec Bohm, Nick Madrigal, black. Mike Trout, black. Aaron Judge, blue, 150. Alec Bohm. Aaron Nola, blue, 99. Celestino, first. Olivares, first. Valdez, first. Tatis refractor, 499. Cool stuff. Rodriguez, first. Perone, first. Diaz, first. Soderstrom, 250. Purple wave. Ryan Jeffers, 250. Luis Castilla, pink. I'm not going to go over all the numbers of these, but Luis Castilla, pink. Shane McClanahan, blue. Spencer Torque. Luis Rodriguez, silver. Yachty, black stars. Jonathan India, Jose Garcia, black stars, we'll call it. Red, white, and blue, Yelich. Cronenworth, red, white, and blue. Jordan, pink. Tatis, Independence Day, which this is 76 because it's Independence Day, 1776. You get it. Verdugo, black stars. Rogers, silver. Peterson, pink. Mountcastle. Rizzo, 149. Kim, blue. Austin Martin. Toilet paper, Sixto. Aaron Nola, black star. Sixto, the rookies, silver. Gallo was 99. Pete Alonso, black stars. Dunning, pink. Jeffers, silver. Goldie, black stars. Casas, silver. Merrifield, red, white, and blue. Cespedes, silver. Lou Rod, regular. Yaz, pink. Goldie, blue. Jared Kelenic. It doesn't matter if you have a spot or not, Ryan. You know, you just come hang out and chat. That's what it's all about. We all know you can't get, everybody can't get in every break. So I absolutely love the ones you do get in, and always feel free to come and hang out. You were here, Matt and Sarah were checking in on location over the phone. So always, always, always come keep chat active. Alrighty, so we got, this is out of Sterling, Nationals, Jackson Cuff. Bryce Jarvis, 150, Diamondbacks. Jordan Walker, Cardinals. Alcantara, Yanks. Angel Martinez, Indians. We had Monte Harrison and Spencer Howard out of Gold Label. We did get a case hit out of Bowman Chrome, 150 Relic. Cornelius Randolph for the Fighting Phils. Jackson Hayes, first Chrome Auto, Padres. Gregory Santos out of 100 Atomic for the Giants. Very nice, Brian Hayes. Rated rookie silver for the Pirates. Bobby Bradley for the Indians. Monte Harrison, 75 for the Marlins. And Keith Hernandez for the Mets. So that was the break again, everybody. Thanks so much for the fill. Just to reiterate, business as usual this week, which the new business as usual means I will give you the sneak peek on Tuesday. We will get that break posted Tuesday night. I would say I'm like 90% sure, depending on when the price comes in, but I think I'm going to be like 90% sure the break is going to be a half case of 5-star, which is released on Wednesday. And then a box of Optics, and maybe a box of Gold Label, maybe a box of Bowman Chrome. Once I get the prices in, I'll figure. I don't want to make it too expensive, but a couple products with all that base, so at least, you know, get everybody's cards. 5-star only having 2 cards per box can be rough for a lot of people, and I don't want to send you nothing. Just not how I like to do things. So keep tuned for that. Also, I'll be away next weekend, so the plan will be to break Saturday night at the hotel. I am packing up all my equipment. If the Wi-Fi gods are with me, we will do break as normal. And we will have a special guest breaker breaking with me next week. Guest breaker, former major leaguer. I gave you some hints. If you figure out who it is, keep it on the DL. You can message me and ask me if you're right, and I will tell you. But gonna make that announcement more next week. So I'm really looking forward to having someone sit down breaking with me, tell some cool stories. I was chatting with this gentleman today, so told me some good stories. So definitely want to tell you guys some good stories. So gonna be super, super, super cool. A nice mental break. I don't even mean to make you guys think too much, but I needed this because I'm a little tired myself. So if I kind of got in the robotic, no one was chatting, and I kind of got to myself. So I'm glad you guys kept chat up, and like, man, this, like, we've been streaming now for an hour and a half, and it seems like we've been streaming for 20 minutes. So let me just go back and make sure I didn't miss anything. Jennifer, that's a great idea. Definitely ask some random questions. I love that. Let's see. I've never listened to Jericho's podcast. Jericho is a funny thing for me. I absolutely hated Chris Jericho when he first started wrestling, and now I like him. Chat was fantastic. Absolutely awesome. Loved it. I loved it as well. Let's see. We had the GOAT breaker in the house, Mr. S, and the coolest breaker in the house. Alright, I'll take coolest. Mr. S is awesome. I'll take coolest if Mr. S is the GOAT. I can live with that. Ryan loves his toilet paper. Jen, I had so much fun tonight. Yep, Jim. Dustin, thank you as always. I hope you got your Altuve. I know mail was delayed a week because of the holiday, so I hope you got your Altuve. No, Altuve was from 2 weeks ago. So yeah, you would have already had that, I'm assuming. So yeah, awesome. Definitely one of the cards I'll always remember opening is that Altuve. So you were my first. You always love your first. Hey, listen. I was in all the breaks that Mr. S hooked you up on, Mr. Ted Williams. So yeah, I was in them breaks. I sat home and cried myself to sleep after all the nights. Like, why couldn't I be Dustin tonight? Just one time I want to be Dustin. So yeah, I agree with you. If I were you, Mr. S would be my favorite breaker as well. Not to say Mr. S isn't my favorite breaker, but I agree with you, man. He has hooked you up pretty good. But anyways, I'm going to shut down. I'm not even going to soft sleep tonight. I'm going to soft sleep in the morning. I'm going to take, my throat is on fire. I'm going to get a drink. I'm going to bed. I'm tired. Awesome night, everyone. Thanks so much. Thanks for allowing me to do what I absolutely love. And you know what they say? Get a job you love and you never work a day in my life. Technically, I was working tonight. I wasn't working. I was having fun with you guys. You guys are awesome. I'll see you all on Facebook or in the group tomorrow. Have a great night, everyone. Thanks as always. Congrats to those that hit. Those that didn't, we'll get you next time. You know how we do it. Good night.